Now, though, let's focus on this weekend's top-of-the-table clash in the Premier League. Manchester City host Liverpool live on Sky Sports tomorrow lunchtime. Just 1 point separates first and second. And Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp have told us how tomorrow's result could impact the title race.
I would watch wherever I am on the planet. I would. Because why wouldn't you watch this game? So it's like everything there you need. But for us, it's not about being excited, that kind of excitement. So like, oh my God, can't wait. So we have to prepare it properly. And we know we have to be at our best to get a chance. If we have that, it's about us to take it. We will see.
He made me better manager through his teams to reflect, oh, what can he do to stop that movements of the other ones? And of course, for the way we play, for them it's good because the transitions, we have a lot of space in behind. They are incredible runs with Diaz, with Darwin Núñez, with Salah, of course, but now with Svolazzi and Gravenberch. So yeah, there's a fantastic team, fantastic legs. So yeah, top side.
Has this now become the biggest game in the Premier League?
Since I'm here, probably. So, but the rivalry probably is, you need longer, or blah, 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 the fans decide that and these kind of things. But from a football point of view, we needed some time to become a rival on the pitch. But then we were that and lost still games, and they lost against us and stuff like that. Big things, Champions League quarterfinal, I think, was it. So, big games. From football point of view, definitely, yes.
Yeah, the last decade, since I think I'm here and they're here, we have been our best rivals, so this is the reality. Always have been our best rivals, and sometimes when the season didn't work well, was many injuries they had. Top club, top team, and yeah, looking forward for it.
So, Klopp and Pep in buoyant mood before tomorrow's game, as are our reporters Anton Tolui and Sani Rudavajula, who spoke to the managers today. Gentlemen, very good evening. Anton, I'm going to start with you. So, we heard from the managers, rather. How significant is this one for their title aspirations?
Yeah, Pep Guardiola didn't shy away from two things in his media conference a little earlier, Mike. One, the tightness of the title race, and two, as you've been hearing, his rivalry with Jurgen Klopp, because there's so much on the line going into this in terms of the title race, but also the fact that no manager has ever come up against Pep Guardiola more than Jurgen Klopp. No manager has beaten Pep Guardiola more than Jurgen Klopp. In fact, Jurgen Klopp has won 11 times against Pep Guardiola, whereas Jurgen Klopp's won 11 times, Pep Guardiola's only won 10, although the Premier League record sways in the favour of Guardiola. But when you look at the Premier League table, the intensity going into this game is intensified because there are 5 teams in this title race at the moment. Pep Guardiola very quick to mention the fact that, yes, they've only dropped 8 points in the Premier League this season, something that says he's actually surprised him by how well they're playing and how well they're doing, and yet Liverpool a point behind them, Arsenal a point behind them, Tottenham and Aston Villa right there as well. And they don't just play Liverpool, they also play another 2 of the top 5 in the next few weeks as well. So Pep Guardiola knows this is a really important game during a really important period.
We have already played 11 or 12 games, so honestly, I could not expect to be in that position in the beginning of the season. But you are 5 teams, so tight. You drop points, we can finish 4 or 5 immediately position, but we are there, and yeah, it's an important game. It will be Spurs next week or Aston Villa away in the midweek, so it's non-stop now. December is so tight. We have a lot of competitions. We have a World Cup in Saudi Arabia, and January is more relaxed, so we have to do this month all the energy, all positive energy that we have.
The big question we all wanted to know, will Erling Haaland be fit to play against Liverpool tomorrow? Well, behind this stadium on the other side of the Etihad campus is Manchester City's first team training pitch. That is where their final training session is taking place right now. Now, Erling Haaland did train yesterday, but Pep Guardiola says he wants to see him train today just to make sure he's going to be ready for this game. There's also some injury doubts over Ederson, who pulled out of international duty, as did Mateus Nunes, and as did Nathan Ake as well. Guardiola says at 6 p.m. tonight he will know the players he can pick from, and what he told me was the biggest game of the season so far.
I bet it is. Anton Tolui in the blue corner today. In the red corner today, Sani Rudravajula, who's been with Liverpool, and Jurgen Klopp. Sani, how much is Klopp up for this one?
Well, yeah, he is. I mean, I did put it to him that City have won 23 in a row at home, and Liverpool's record under Klopp hasn't been great. And he said, you don't need to remind me of that, because he's definitely up for this one. He's described it as the biggest rivalry in his time in sport as well, he said. So certainly he is up for this one. And his players are as well. One in particular, Mohamed Salah, he's going for 200 goals for Liverpool. He's on 198 at the moment. He's chasing down Ian Rush, who was the last player to do that back in 1987. So he's got the main man. We know that Erling Haaland's the one in the blue corner, as you say, but Salah is definitely the one in the red corner. As well, though, Klopp has Darwin Núñez, who scored 3 times over the international break. And Klopp was very quick to talk about how much Salah has helped Núñez and how the pair are really working well together, and that could be deadly for Liverpool on Saturday.
Darwin came here, big expectations, and Mo understood the situation probably the best, and saw his potential and wanted to help him. And that's how, without having the longest conversations because of some language issues, that for sure was the start for a pretty special partnership. You can become a Liverpool player if you're not really football smart. So that means they are really football smart. And what would you do if you are on the ball and you sprint with 900 miles per hour down the line, and then you find and you think who could have same speed and is there in the right position? Probably Mo. So the other players are quick as well, but that's why Darwin and Mo, that's where it's clicking.
What's really interesting there, Klopp talking about Darwin Núñez, is there's a bit of a debate over whether he would start or whether someone perhaps more defensively minded like Cody Gakpo, who can do all that pressing that might be required at the Etihad. When I put it to Klopp on whether this is a match where he might have to manage City or just let his players express themselves, he kind of was on the fence a little bit. But by the sounds of things, Darwin Núñez could be one to be involved. Other players as well who are back and involved in training, who missed the Brentford game where Liverpool won 3-0. Ryan Gravenbach is definitely back. Ibrahim Konate, Joe Gomez and Curtis Jones all available. Klopp also mentioned how well Luis Diaz did over the international break. He scored twice as Colombia beat Brazil 2-1. So it looks like there's a full complement of players pretty much for Liverpool to choose from, and Jurgen Klopp. And yeah, he said it's a game you want to watch wherever you are on the planet. So yeah, one more sleep to go now before the big one. Coverage, of course, on Sky Sports Main Event and Premier League from 11 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Sani, some of us never sleep before this game, let me tell you. Thank you very much.